Do you want bigger triceps? I'm gonna give you guys my 3 top exercises. If I could only do 3 tricep exercises for the rest of my life, this would be them. Let's get it. So why do we even care about triceps, guys? Isn't it all about biceps? In reality, triceps actually are going to make up 2/3 of what would make up the appearance of your arm, especially from the side where most people are seeing you. Unless you're literally an absolute idiot and just walk around like this all the time, which I hope you don't. Please don't do that. It's going to be really important to triceps. Without further ado, let's do this first exercise. Let's start with the S plus tier exercise. My favorite tricep exercise of all time. It is a incline bench supported tricep pushdown. How we want to set this up is a 45-degree angle on the bench. And then what I want to do is make sure to pull this cable out. It's perfectly in line with the bench, because a lot of times you'll set it up and it's like over here, then you'll realize that it's not really centered. So you want to grab that here. Best way to grab this, lie back here, grab it here, and then just slide down like you're on a slide. Now, second step, I want to drop the elbows down and push them into that pocket. So you can see how much tension I already have. And that's the beauty of this exercise, because that force is now coming from essentially almost behind us, whereas traditional push down, you're not getting that benefit from the very stretched position. So I'm coming here, I'm bracing, and then I'm pushing straight down. And because that angle of the bench is exactly the same angle as that cable, I don't have to worry about bracing my core at all. There's no other stability issues. I have got a ton of bracing and I'm just driving down. And you can see I drag it right up the body. So I don't want to be out here because I'm going to lose a lot of triceps. Keep those elbows down and back, push through, squeeze, drag it right up the body, big stretch, reach, and you get the kind of benefit almost of a kind of close grip press as well as a extension by keeping it nice and tight to the body. You can use a lot of weight. You can see I'm stacking this out here on this cable, so I usually have to use a heavier cable. Drive through, squeeze, and up. But I'm going to show you guys really quickly the benefit as compared to a push down. So let's move this bench out. So a traditional push down. We've got a couple issues here. Number one, when I have this much weight, now I've got to worry about bracing and stability as I press down. I'm probably going to use a little core. I'm going to take a little bit out of the triceps. The other thing is, look at the top of the rep. Look at that angle. I've got cable, hand, elbow, all in a straight line. I have no tension on the triceps whatsoever. So now when I press down, I only kind of start getting tension right about here. And then I'm only doing this, right? It's not as optimal a movement, in my opinion, as the bracing of that incline press push down. Let's get into exercise number 2. So a lot of you may not know this about me, but I did not start in fitness at all. I actually worked in finance. I got my degree in economics and accounting. I got my master's in finance. I actually worked for 2 years in Century City, California as a financial analyst. So you may ask, how did I get here? So even when I worked in finance, I absolutely loved fitness. I'd wake up at 5 a.m. every morning to go to the gym. And I was actually in amazing shape at the time. And a lot of people would ask me, are you a trainer? And at first, I kind of just laughed it off, right? Then I was like, why is that so funny? I was knowledgeable, I loved helping people, and I was in great shape. So what I did was, on top of my long finance days, I studied at night, on weekends, and I got my training certification. That's when I started training my first clients, literally at night, on the weekend, whenever I had time, and I absolutely loved it. And it got me thinking, let me do something crazy. So what I did was I actually left my finance job. I left a stable income with a clear trajectory using my master's degree, and I left it, which might seem absolutely insane, but it was the best decision of my life. So fast forward 5 years, I had a thriving private training business in the West Hollywood area, and I got to buy my dream house before the age of 30. And it all started with getting certified. So if you guys are looking to become a trainer and you want to do it in less than 90 days, ISSA is the place that I would point you. Their certifications are 100% online, completely flexible, and designed to work with your schedule. And the best part, they also offer affordable payment plans with no credit checks whatsoever. And you might be thinking, but how am I going to get a job? There are currently 73,000 open training positions at the 10,000 partner gyms that ISSA currently works with. So if you guys are considering doing this, do not wait. Click the link in the description, use code Eric Janicki to get $100 off on your certification. You can also go visit joinissa.com/Eric Janicki and use that same code. All right, now let's get back to some tricep gains. Okay, exercise number 2. I love a overhead dumbbell. Do it in any gym. I do it on an incline bench instead of a military press for a few reasons. I'm going to walk you through it. So first thing we want to do is take the dumbbell safely on one quad. We want to take our hands, and I want to see this format right here. So you want to take your palms. So I want to split the dumbbell and have my flat part of my palms on it, and I still want to just hook that middle part of the dumbbell just for safety, but I want to get a good amount of palm placement because you'll see how I'm going to get a lot of tricep drive from that. We're going to rock this up onto the chest, and you see how I go half basically standing on the bench. I'm not all the way down, because what happens when you're all the way down, you're going to clip the back back of the bench. But you see I have a ton of clearance. I'm gonna lock in, I'm gonna tuck the elbows, I'm gonna lock in the core here. I'm gonna shoot behind, directly behind my head. That's really important. You wanna brush basically the back of your head, tuck the elbows, nice big stretch, and then you see I wanna push almost behind me. So instead of pushing over the top here, I'm pushing behind my body, brushing just behind the head, tight elbows, slight pause and stretch, and then dragging out with the tricep. Slow eccentric, nice tight elbow, and then dragging out. The reason I say drag out instead of explode, because I really want to engage just tricep and not lat, so I just drag out. Safely rock, back onto the quad. Don't be that guy. Gently put down the dumbbell. And I always suggest at least the 90 to 120 seconds between your sets, especially for something a little bit more unstable overhead. Take your time, recover, progressively overload within the confines of good form. Yeah. All right, last exercise, but certainly not least of the day, we have a JM press. We're doing this on the Smith machine, and the reason that this is such a beautiful movement, it's a mixture between essentially a close grip press and an extension, but it takes a lot of pressure off your elbows as compared to, let's say, a traditional, let's say, skull crusher. So what we're gonna do, set this up on a flat bench. This bench does not go completely flat, so bear with me. I would say to go on a completely flat bench, it shouldn't make too much of a difference here. What I want to see is when I come down on these, I want this to reach right about chin height. So I want to be here, and then I want to drive out. So I'm not going to be completely to, like, let's say my forehead, like a traditional skull crusher, but you can see I get a ton of pressure on basically every head of the tricep, long, short, medial, in this movement pattern. It's nice compound movement. See how much pressure it takes off your elbows as compared. So I sink it, huge stretch, and then drag out. And honestly, to me, that stretch at the bottom feels absolutely incredible. So I go kind of in the meaty part of my palm. I kind of just palm the bar. You don't really have to worry about squeezing it out of the bar on a Smith machine because realistically it's on a track. I don't really worry about a false grip here. So I like to be right across the meaty part of my palm to really tuck the elbows as much as I possibly can. And then you can see it's that nice balance between an extension and a close grip press. So one more time, here, meaty part, I come down, look it in, 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 and out. And you see I don't come all the way up to there, as long as I keep my shoulders down and back. So reaching, stretch, elbows tight, 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 and then drag out. And realistically, I used to load these super heavy, but when you do these right, the plate and a quarter, you should be absolutely cooked. So those are my 3 top tier tricep exercises. If I only could do 3 for the rest of my life, that would be them. But I hope you guys love this video. Make sure to go check out ISSA. If you want to become a trainer, make sure to check out Torque Gear, which should be coming out any day now. Love you guys, appreciate you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.